at 11.
Tonight on The Edge, it's not going to be as bad as this, but this system that dumped several inches of snow in South Dakota today is creeping toward Metro Detroit right now. And we are expected to see a few inches of snow during the morning commute.
Yeah, but then the wind and the rain, they move in. Captain Rich Luderman has his eyes on the sky, and you said this is what was coming our way, and it looks exactly as you forecasted.
Roop and Tam, we are going to see a burst of snow in the morning. You can see this is a large, powerful storm covering a good third of the nation. This is all wet weather from St. Louis down to the Gulf Coast, but there's snow on the northern flank, and that's what's coming here for your Tuesday morning. Still dry out there right now. It's dry around Toledo, dry over to Battle Creek, but all of this is going to stream up from the south and west. How about some live pictures from Galesburg, Illinois? A few hours west-southwest of Chicago. You can see the snow is coming down pretty good there. Look at the size of this storm. There are warnings and advisories from the Rockies all the way into the Great Lakes over the next 24 to 36 hours. For us, it's a winter weather advisory. Most areas 2 to 3 inches in and around Metro Detroit, but just be advised it'll be snowy and slushy to start your Tuesday. How about the numbers today? 36, 32. How about the averages? 33 and 20. So once again today, way above where we should be, even though we had lots of clouds. 33 in Pontiac, 32 out in Howe, 37 over at City Airport. That breeze is picking up as well from the east and southeast, and here are the current wind chills. Some of us are in the middle 20s. The real cold air is parked up to our north and northwest. That'll be coming our way for the second half of the upcoming weekend. So for the rest of tonight, clouds thicken. Here comes that swath of snow. This is 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That rain-snow line will be right on top of us, and then through tomorrow afternoon, we may see some steady rains for a few hours. It does turn brisk and colder heading into Wednesday. You'll see it all in the 7-day forecast. Here's the important part of the forecast tomorrow morning. A lot of 2s, perhaps a few 3s out there. There might be a little less up there from Mount Clemens to Port Huron. Clearly, the most snow is going to be up there close to Mount Pleasant and Traverse City, up near the bridge as well. We'll see the snow develop after midnight for tomorrow morning, especially snow changing to rain. And then there's that 7-day. Another good chance for some accumulating snow Friday night into Saturday morning. As usual, you can get the latest forecast. Check the radar, the numbers. It's all there for you in the Fox 2 Weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or in Google Play. Roop and Taryn, go for it.
All right, thank you. Another big story we're following. A Farmington Hills couple returning home from a date night are killed in a crash with a wrong-way driver on the lodge.
Yes, this at-fault driver was fleeing police in a stolen vehicle, then turned off their headlights. Fox News' Dave Spencer has more on the couple that is leaving behind 6 children, all under the age of 9.
The crash happened around 1:30 Saturday morning on the lodge near Civic Center Drive, a crash so violent it closed the highway down for nearly 12 hours. 45-year-old Ryan Ambrosio and his 43-year-old wife Jen were killed instantly. At Our Lady of Sorrows Catholic Church in Farmington Hills, the loss is felt by many.
I consider this church as really a big family. It's very good people, very caring. Everybody pitch in and just help each other, and such a wonderful community. And I'm so grateful that I am the director of music ministry, and I have so many choir members who wanted to come to celebrate the life of Jen and Ryan.
A funeral will be held for the couple at this church on Saturday. The music director, Noriko Ernst, says the family will select the music on Tuesday. This will be deeply personal for Ernst as she teaches 3 of the 6 Ambrosio children piano lessons.
They're such a focused, very, very well-mannered kids, very quiet, shy.
She says the children, ranging in ages from 2 to 9, are a perfect reflection of their parents, a testament to the way they were raised.
I just had a lesson 5 days ago, and I said, just see you next week. And nothing, I thought nothing about anything like this tragedy.
The couple's death has impacted a lot of people. Just a day after the crash, a GoFundMe page was set up to help the surviving kids. More than $140,000 has been raised and counting.
So many people are generously donating, and they deserve it. Really, they are like that kind of people we want to help. They were always there for people and always looking so happy.
As for the suspects in that stolen vehicle, we're told the 35-year-old driver and his 29-year-old passenger are both in the hospital in serious condition. The case has now been handed over to the Oakland County prosecutor. Dave Spencer on The Edge.
Another deadly wrong-way crash to tell you about tonight. This one on 696 near Drake in Farmington Hills. We're told a woman driving a BMW SUV was traveling the wrong way in the westbound lanes when she crashed head-on into a box truck early this morning. Both vehicles caught fire and the at-fault driver was killed. We're told the deceased body was burned beyond recognition, and investigators are still working to try to identify her. The box truck driver was not hurt.
They was carrying people down the stairs because the elevators get shut off when the alarm goes off, and there's a lot of people in wheelchairs, so they were carrying them down the stairs.
Flames erupt overnight inside an Ann Arbor apartment building, killing one person inside. We're told the fire started on a second-floor unit on Packard near Main Street, and it was that tenant who died in the flames. The building is owned by the City Housing Commission, and the sprinkler system inside wasn't working. Firefighters had to carry several wheelchair bound victims out of the building. Natural gas has been ruled out as the cause of the small explosion. 10 units were destroyed by the smoke and water damage. And another tragic story, this one on Detroit's east side.
Yeah, an 11-year-old dies from his injuries after getting shot in a drive-by. Police say the boy was outside roller skating with another child near the intersection of Corville and Beaconsfield. This happening last night around 7:30. That's when somebody opened fire from a vehicle, striking the little boy. His parents took him to the hospital where he died from his injuries.
Tragic thing anytime we have a youth that is a victim of gunfire. We don't know what the motive was in this. Right now we have very limited information. It's an open investigation.
Detroit police are still looking for the suspects. If you have any information, reach out to Detroit police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
The memory never truly dies. The ghost will always still be there.
It's been nearly a year since Michigan State was the site of a deadly mass shooting. Now, one of the buildings where the shooting occurred, Berkey Hall, has reopened for the first time. Students protesting the decision in front of the Hanna Administration building this afternoon. Protesters are asking the university to make accommodations for students who aren't emotionally ready to return to Berkey Hall. Over the weekend, Michigan Republicans voted to oust their party chair.
But Christina Caramo is undeterred, saying tonight she is still in charge.
And what I can say through all of the hoopla nonsense, number one, of course, I'm still the chair of the Michigan Republican Party. And number
Speaking tonight in Clinton Township, Caramo called out discord in the Michigan GOP. It comes after Saturday's vote to oust Caramo by a faction of the state party. Caramo has called the vote illegitimate. In a statement tonight, the Michigan GOP says Saturday's meeting was not official.
A driver is in custody after crashing their car into a gate outside the White House. This happened around 6 p.m. Secret Service agents searched the vehicle before removing it from the scene. The driver's motive is currently unknown, and the incident is under investigation.
Apparently, the National Security Council didn't know it, the White House didn't know it, Congress didn't know it.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin facing bipartisan criticism for taking 3 days to notify President Biden and other top officials that he was admitted to the intensive care unit on New Year's Day. Austin had an undisclosed elective procedure on December 22nd and was released the next day. But on New Year's Day, he was rushed to the hospital by ambulance for severe pain. Austin is now well enough to resume his duties from the hospital, but the White House is considering changing the policy on absentee reporting.
Ignoring his duty under the Constitution to secure our border and follow the laws and make sure that they're faithfully executed. I think it's totally impeachable.
Tonight, House Republicans are plotting to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. On Wednesday, a House committee will hold an impeachment hearing for the secretary over the ongoing crisis at the border. Sources say in a private meeting with border agents, Mayorkas said the current release rate for migrants at the southern border is 85%. Mayorkas would be the first cabinet secretary to be impeached since the 1800s.
So are we at the beginning of the end of the war in the Middle East?
Israel is now shifting its focus in Gaza, and it could mean fewer airstrikes and targeted attacks. Fox's Alex Hogan reports from Tel Aviv.
After 3 months of intense fighting, Israel says its Gaza offensive is officially entering a new phase. An IDF spokesperson claims the Hamas threat is mostly eliminated in the north, and now the military will turn its attention to central and southern Gaza. But they say this phase is expected to be significantly less intense, meaning fewer ground troops, airstrikes, and more targeted attacks.
It might not be the end, but it could be the beginning of the end, because we're seeing the destruction of Hamas's military machine in the northern Gaza Strip.
It could also mean a greater focus on taking out the militant leadership. Last week, a top Hamas commander was killed in Beirut, and on Monday, another targeted assassination. Israel reportedly taking out Hezbollah commander Vissal al-Tawid, who reportedly led the group's most elite fighters. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hinting there could be more to come.
We gave him an example of what is happening to his friends in the south. This is what will happen here in the north. We will do everything to restore security.
But civilians in Gaza are skeptical about this new phase of the war. They say the situation is already so dire, simply ending the airstrikes won't help at this point, and more aid is needed to avoid a humanitarian catastrophe.
I don't know where to stay. I don't know where my children will sleep. Will they sleep on the sand? There is no safe place. There is no hygiene. There is no life.
And U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is back in Israel on Monday, pushing for a new potential ceasefire and more aid for civilians. In Tel Aviv, Israel, Alex Hogan, Fox News.